Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. This wasn't scheduled ahead of time, so I don't know, we'll see how YouTube works and how, if people get notified. It's so annoying dealing with YouTube. Like, I'll be an hour into a stream before notifications go out. It is stressful. But, anyways, hello, you guys. I've honestly been so busy. I've had a lot of family here, so I wanted to go live last night, but I couldn't. And tonight I'm going to be on Crime Curious's panel. So I had to take the opportunity when I had a chance to go live. Hey, Ava. Hey, West Virginia Jules. Hey, Carol Clark. Hey, Quinny. Hey, Preschool Granny. Hey, Vicky. Struggle is real. Hey, Ava. NT's Apple Bottom Jeans. Hoping for answers and Cool Gamer. Thank you guys for being here. I just got a notification after I was here. Well, thank you for letting me know. Hey, Alaba. Hey, Nadie. Okay, so yesterday I started going through some of like the headlines from the week. Hey, B Crumbs, that I had missed. And I was shocked as usual. I don't know why I'm always surprised by how horrible, some of these headlines can be. But that's just the way it is. B Crumbs, by the way, so I went and looked at that link you gave me to to change the settings on the membership gifting, and I could not find anything about that. I need to talk to Crime Curious about it because I still haven't had the chance. But yeah, on that link, I couldn't find it. Hey, Ashley. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up Crime Online. Hey, Heathen. And we're going to go through some of the headlines from this week that, haven't really been went over and talked about so much. I did see that sentencing Kohberger to death could cost an extra $1 million. That's crazy, isn't it? Okay. These are some of the ones I wanted to talk to you guys about. These here. 4 Colorado children missing from foster home, parents charged with custody violations. Or this grandmother, after hitting her own granddaughter and then leaving the scene, a hit and run. We're going to start here, though. So 4 Colorado children missing from foster home, parents charged with custody violations. The parents of 4 Colorado children reported missing earlier this week are now wanted for violating custody orders. The 4 children, who range from 4 to 9 years old, were last seen on June 30th. The State Bureau of Investigation issued an endangered missing alert on Sunday and asked for information. The Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office said it believes the children's father, 47-year-old Howard Miles, took the children and that their mother, 26-year-old Clarissa Gardette, is also with the group. They may be headed to Louisiana, where they have ties to New Orleans and Baton Rouge. They also have ties in Dallas, Texas. The children are identified as Jaron, who's 7, who's 9, Heaven, who's 7, Jahoward, who's 6, and Israel, who's 4. Here's the news release. Let me see. So there's the kids, if you can get a good view of them. The group is believed to be traveling in a gold Pontiac Grand Prix with dark tinted windows and a sunroof. Investigators said the children were living in a foster home and Miles had a scheduled visit with them over the weekend. He picked them up at 3:45 on June 30th and was supposed to return them on July 2nd, but didn't. Gardette is only allowed supervised visits, detectives said. Investigators are actively looking for Miles and Gardette in conjunction with the above warrants and to return the children to safety. The children are believed to be in immediate danger due to a history of neglect, child abuse, drugs, domestic violence, weapons, and previous dangerous situations. Anyone with information can call the county dispatch. It's the number's right here. I'm going to blow it up and highlight it. I don't know, you guys. It's a mess. The whole system is a mess, so it's frustrating. Hey, Delana, good to see you. Hey, Salmonella. Hey, Petunia. Hey, Crime Curious. Delaney, good to see you guys. Hey, Jules. Tamara. Hey, Deb and PA. Thank you guys for being here. Hey, Radine. Amber Love Rains, good to see you. Scary for the children since they were taken from the parents in the first place. It is. And, I don't know. I think about Harmony Montgomery and all the other kids that have been placed where they shouldn't have been from a shitty system. Things need to change. That's just the facts. Let's have the news release pulled up. But it's basically what we just read. So we're going to keep moving forward. Okay. Now, this grandmother. What in the world, you guys? Oh, my Lord. What a pretty baby. Look at her with food on her face. Grandmother arrested after killing toddler in hit and run. Authorities have arrested a 51-year-old woman accused in the hit and run death of her granddaughter last month in an Indiana motel parking lot. Detectives found Lisa Tesh in that city on Friday and arrested her on outstanding warrants from Kentucky as well as Indiana with charges connected to the death of 18-month-old Eleanor Campbell. As Crime Online previously reported, surveillance video captured Tesh in a Motel 6 parking lot in Jeffersonville, Indiana, as she ran over the toddler and sped away. The girl's mother, Cheyenne, said her boyfriend opened the door to their room and the little girl ran out into the path of her Chevy Trailblazer before they could stop her. The girl was taken to a children's hospital where she died from her injuries. Police said Jeffersonville and Louisville detectives have been working this case tirelessly, and their dual investigations led them to Tesh in Louisville's Shawnee neighborhood. She was arrested along with a family member, 34-year-old Joshua David, who was wanted up for his own outstanding warrants. Now, let me go back to the original report on this. We're going to check that out, too. Let's see. Police are looking for a 51-year-old woman they say struck and killed her toddler granddaughter in a hit and run in a motel parking lot on Friday. How could you do that? Like, if you accidentally do that, I don't understand how you wouldn't stop your car and just completely freak out. Cheyenne said her boyfriend opened the door and she darted outside. Before they could stop her, she made it into the parking lot. The driver sped away, but the incident was captured on surveillance video. My God, she drives a white Trailblazer. Well, I'm glad she's been caught. Look at that baby. That is so sad. Her own granddaughter, B. Crumbs. Hey, Purple. Good to see you. Hey, Elizabeth. I know, Roberta. Hey, Chris. Hey, MK. I don't know, Jamie. Horrible. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Buttercup. Hey, anybody I missed. Deline, Kokomo, Web Weaver. Thank you guys for being here. True Crime, Swedish Sleuth, and Magenta. I've been at the lake with my family. That's awesome, Jamie, Texas Chick. We've been doing the swimming thing here, too. So my aunt and my cousin and 2 kids came Friday. Saturday morning, my other cousin and her 3 kids came. There are 3 kids all under 7. So there was a lot of kids here. It's been a lot of fun, though. The kids have had so much fun. That's kind of why this live wasn't scheduled, you guys. I apologize for that. I was wanting to do it last night, but didn't have the opportunity. So, okay. We're going to look at this one. You guys, I got like 3 Amber Alerts yesterday on different cases. This is one of them. North Carolina, 15-year-old believed to be with woman headed towards Alabama. An Amber Alert has been issued for a 15-year-old missing in North Carolina. Her name's Jocelyn Jacobs. She's believed to be with Maria Gunn, 37 years old. And here are some pictures. There's the vehicle they're in. Let's see. The suspect left driving towards Alabama. Jacobs is 5'2", 135 pounds. Last seen wearing dark T-shirt and blue Victoria's Secret sweatpants. That's all the information. But yeah, it's 3 in one day. That's rare that happens. Okay. Gunman on a scooter in Queens shoots 4 and 1 fatally. We're not going to read that, but I saw that and I was like, wow. Okay. Here we go. Parents abandon baby. This is, yeah. I don't like to give trigger warnings, but again, I will go ahead and give one. Parents abandoned baby with severe and life-altering injuries. Mother released on bond after manhunt. A North Carolina couple who allegedly abandoned their infant at a hospital with severe and life-altering injuries earlier this year has been caught following a months-long manhunt. On Thursday, the Charlotte Mecklenburg police announced the arrest of 24-year-old Brandon Augustine and his fiancée, 23-year-old Mildred Chestnut. He ordered food at a McDonald's, and then he was arrested, and then she was detained after she was found in a tent in the woods and was detained. They've been on the run in Georgia through South Carolina and made it back to this area. The couple in March had left their 4-month-old son at Atrium Hospital in Charlotte, claiming he was injured from a minor vehicle crash. However, hospital employees determined the baby's injuries weren't consistent with that and were much more significant. As Crime Online previously reported, the arrest warrants were issued on March 21st. They found a vehicle belonging to them in a mobile home park in Georgia, and it appears to have been abandoned and hidden intentionally. Let's watch this video for a second.
4-month-long manhunt for the parents here accused of abusing and abandoning their 4-month-old is over tonight. CMPD arresting 24-year-old Brandon Augustine and 23-year-old Mildred Chestnut late Thursday night.
The hunt for this couple started back in March when the family first reported them missing. This was after their 4-month-old was left at a local hospital, and then weeks later, the couple's car was found in Austell, Georgia. Then in April, CMPD, you'll remember, announced to the public they were looking for the couple. And finally, in July, the couple was found at a McDonald's in Mint Hill.
Well, WCNC Charlotte's Shamaria Morrison joining us live outside the Mecklenburg County Jail right now with the latest details that we have tonight. Shay, is Augustine still in jail?
Yeah, well, according to jail records,
an infant. It seems like there was some sort of abuse that went too far, and they knew that the baby needed serious help. So they went to the hospital and said that he was injured in a car accident.
he is still in jail, and we can exclusively report here that we know he is attempting to make bond tonight. We have yet to see if that will happen, but what I can tell you is his initial bond was set at $15,000. After his first court appearance, that was raised up to $50,000. Now, Mildred Chestnut, she was actually released out on bond earlier this morning.
Oh my God. What?
Under what is called an unsecured bond. That means she didn't have to put up any money upright, but the court is
expecting her. She didn't have to put
her
up any money upright? Are you serious? Oh my God. Unbelievable.
Her to show up for all her court appearances, and they're just taking her word for it. Brandon Augustine and Mildred Chestnut were known in this.
They literally fled for months to another state, and you're going to let her out on her own recognizance where you just, take her word for it? Oh my God.
Hood as quiet and withdrawn.
They were very quiet. We even tried to engage them when we were like barbecuing in the back, and they used to be very, very out in the yard and stuff. And we tried to talk to them and stuff, and they were always very, very closed off.
Neighbors asked not to be on camera after learning the couple next door were accused of severely injuring their 4-month-old son.
I just feel so bad because the news people actually came to us when the thing first started, and they said that the child had life-altering. That's so sad.
Right, there's been
initially reported.
Yeah, that is so sad. And then to let her out, I just cannot believe that. That's absolutely ridiculous. Here's another video on it. Suffered severe brain. Oh my God.
Month-long manhunt.
Severe brain
injuries.
injuries.
Less than 5 hours. Police say Mildred Chestnut is accused of seriously injuring her 4-month-old son with her partner, Brandon Augustine. Augustine is still in Mecklenburg County Jail. Queen City News anchor Casey Jones is at the McDonald's on Mint Hill, where the manhunt finally ended last night.
After a 4-month-long search, police say Brandon Augustine was found after ordering food at this McDonald's behind me. Mildred Chestnut was found in a wooded area nearby shortly after that. And even though both suspects are in custody right now, police say this investigation is just getting started. 10 law enforcement agencies searched 4 months across the coast to find
4 months, and then you just let her out like that. Wow,
Brandon
I just
Augustine
can't get
and
over
Mildred
that.
Chestnut. Augustine ordered food at McDonald's on Lawyers Road in Mint Hill Thursday, ending that manhunt.
We do know that they had been on the run in Georgia through South Carolina and had made it back to this area.
Usually when people like run like that, they're a flight risk, right? They don't, it does sound like Shaken Baby Cray.
Just where all they went. But yes, the Mint Hill here.
Wow.
The couple is accused of seriously injuring their 4-month-old baby boy, then lying about how it happened, claiming he was in a car crash.
Because the child is so young, it's hard to say how the injuries will play out. I will say that they are extensive brain injuries.
Chestnut's bond was set at $1,000. Augustine's was set at $50,000. Numbers CMPD says should be higher.
We as an agency, and I personally am very disappointed in the bond amounts. I think that despite not only considering the
$1,000. Numbers CMPD says should be higher.
We as an agency, and I personally am very disappointed in the bond amounts.
The agency is very disappointed in the bond amount. Yeah, same.
I think that despite not only considering the extensive resources that law enforcement expended to find these two who were running, but also that you have a 4-month-old child who didn't even have a chance at life, who has been injured so that their life will never be the same, and that they are given such a low amount so that they can get right out of jail.
Has injured so that their life will never be the same. Wow. Yeah, I agree with you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Also, I want y'all to watch this Sheriff Grady Judd. We're going to talk about him some in a bit. He reminded me of him because, yeah, I mean, some of these press conferences we watch, some of these officers, they look out in Oklahoma at the job that they've done. So, or they did at first. I always appreciate it when the police are like this or like Grady Judd.
Police say that baby is safe, but will be dealing with health issues as a result of this for the rest of his life. In terms of Chestnut and Augustine, police say they do believe other people could have been helping them over the last several months.
Oh, of course they were. Unbelievable, you guys. But we have more to look at and more that are just as bad. So, look at this. This is just, gross. Kids just ran past me. Arkansas man accused of strangling mother, put bag over her head, wouldn't look at her while she cried. An Arkansas man is accused of strangling his mother to death, hiding her corpse in a freezer, and then attempting to convince relatives that she had abruptly moved to Hawaii while he pilfered her bank accounts. Raymond Martin Jr., 49, is facing a raft of charges in connection with the death of his 68-year-old mother, Nancy Glover Warren. Capital murder, abuse of a corpse, forgery, fraudulent use of a debit or credit card, and theft of property. Details of the case obtained by the television station through court documents are disturbing and tragic. On April 20th, family members attempted to contact Glover Warren about a death in the family, but were unable to reach her. They said they received messages purporting to be from her, alleging she was traveling to Hawaii and could not attend the funeral. The relative said such behavior was unusual for her, especially because she has an adult child with cognitive disabilities, not Martin, another one, and she would have to arrange care for them. Then on June 24th, they tried to do a video call with her, but it wouldn't connect. That's when loved ones reported her missing. Shortly after police arrived at the residence, the relatives began receiving text messages purporting to be from Glover Warren, alleging that she was embarrassed and angry the police had been called. Additional text messages followed, alleging that she was very happy and carefree and had started a relationship with someone in Hawaii. This is sad and pathetic. A 49-year-old man killing his 68-year-old mama. But at the home, officers were not able to speak with anyone and left. Martin later did talk with police and allegedly told them that he regularly communicated with his mom, telling them that she had gone to Hawaii for her mental health. He allegedly said she would not be available to speak with investigators until January. But on July 5th, police determined that a photo Glover Warren purportedly sent a friend from a Hawaii beach was an image posted online. This led police to ramp up their inquiry. Investigators secured a search warrant and traced Glover Warren's phone to the residence where Martin lived. Social media posts Glover allegedly published from Hawaii were also linked to the Arkansas home. Further, police determined that Martin had withdrawn substantial amounts of money from his mom's bank account, including a $6,000 check. Upon searching the residence, police discovered Glover Warren's body in a garage freezer. Her hands were bound with tape, and she was wrapped in a blanket. Police interviewed Martin, who allegedly said that on the day his mother died, believed to be April 19th, she had pushed him down the steps of their patio and confronted him with a knife. Martin allegedly said he then grabbed his mom from behind and tightly wrapped his hands around her neck to choke her. He said he placed a bag over her head because he was unable to look at her because she had a single tear running down her cheek, citing court documents. That's what KARK-TV reported, citing the court documents. Investigators believe that Martin had a troubled relationship with his mom, who he said suffered from declining mental health. Oh my God. From dementia, strokes, and a fall. So your 68-year-old mother who has dementia, she's had strokes, she's fallen down. You strangle her with a bag over her head? How disgusting. He did confess to stealing her money and said he was going to use the fund to launch a DJ business. Wow, bro. That is sick. You're a sick freak, and you're going to spend the rest of your life in jail, buddy. Yeah, what a psycho. Hey, Tess. Some people, money is more important than family. To some people, money is the root of all evil. Money is the cause of a lot of problems that we see. A lot of them. Even on YouTube. A lot of it comes down to money. It's just the truth. The cell phone records would not be pinging in Hawaii. Well, I don't think that's not what it said. It said her phone was hold on. I read it word for word, but they do make mistakes sometimes, typos and stuff. Okay, it says, investigators secured a search warrant and traced Glover Warren's phone to the residence where Martin lived. Social media posts. Y'all need to stay over there. Go on. Social media posts Glover Warren allegedly published from Hawaii were also linked to the Arkansas home. So that's all. Okay. Horrible. Oh, God, you guys. There's a few other ones I want to show you that there's the Grady Judd one, but let me see. Have you all heard of this one? These women that have been found in the storage unit. So we're going to go over that one next. But first, I want to show you these parents that went to a 4th of July party. This is, oh my God, it's horrific. But I don't understand how this happens. I just don't. I know, Delana, but I don't mind you guys hearing them. But the only thing is, I don't want them to overhear me, So I'm under the carport where I always show you guys that I film, and they are in the yard over there by my house. Okay. I love Grady Judd. He's awesome. Maybe they put the press conference and we can watch it. Did they? A Florida couple was arrested on Thursday for killing their 18-month-old daughter, who they allegedly left in a car overnight after the 4th of July. Joel and Jasmine Rondon. Hold on a second, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. That was Bentley's little buddy that ran over here. Okay. A Florida couple was arrested on Thursday for killing their 18-month-old daughter, who they allegedly left in a car overnight after the 4th of July. So Joelle and Jasmine Rondon, both 33, reportedly left a party with their daughter and 2 other children. They were ages 8 and 6, and then 18 months. So at 2 a.m., upon arriving at their home, Jasmine told Joel to bring the baby inside while she got the 2 older kids in bed. But that never occurred, according to WFLA. After bringing other items inside, Joel reportedly believed his daughter was already out of the car because all 4 doors were closed. However, she was still in the car, and she remained in there until 11 a.m. This child is 18 months old. Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd said, she is not old enough to let herself out of the harness, but she's old enough to realize she's suffering a torturous death at the negligence of Joel and Jasmine. Joel allegedly tested positive for methamphetamines, marijuana, and alcohol. His wife reportedly tested positive for marijuana and alcohol. According to WFTS, the Rondons went to bed without confirming their daughter was in the home. That morning, they realized she was missing, leading Joel to find her unresponsive in the car seat. They brought her to the hospital, but she was pronounced dead. An autopsy concluded that their 18-month-old daughter died of hyperthermia. Her parents are charged with aggravated manslaughter of a child. Judd commented, this is not an accident. This is pure negligence, and I suggest to you the core of the negligence is the use of drugs. Hey, I'm with him. Let me tell you what. There is no excuse for this bullshit. I'm sorry. But number one, if you're doing drugs like methamphetamine, you really don't have any business having an 18-month-old child in your custody or care. That's just the truth. Number 2, how the hell do you come inside and go to bed without putting your kids to bed? Do you not have a bedtime routine? Do you not brush their teeth? Melissa Jade, good to see you, beautiful. My spidey senses were tingling that you were alive. Melissa's been killing it over on her channel. If you guys haven't been over there, definitely go over there and check it out. She's doing a great job, and she deserves it. She deserves all the success in the world. She's been working her tail off, so not saying goodnight. I know. That's what I'm saying. Find a babysitter if you want a night out. If you ever did forget, it wouldn't be but a second or a minute, but not 17 hours. I mean, 11 a.m. I watched this press conference. I love his press conferences. I don't understand how it happens. I've always wondered, how do people, hoping for answers, how do they forget a baby in a car? Children are usually loud, I don't know. Hey, butterfly kisses. I don't understand it. You are killing it. Yes, she is. I love Melissa Jade's channel. Awesome. Forgot everything except my son. Purse, keys, glasses. Wait. Forgot everything except my son. Right. Purse, keys, glasses. Yeah, cell phone, whatever. But, hey, Tree Baby Tennessee. Amber, want to hear something really messed up? Not only are hard drugs legal here, my city is now handing out free snorting kits, crack and meth pipes, and foil. Oh, my God. Amber, I'm doing a show soon about, specifically, I want to do McKenna Riley. I've been talking with some of her family, and they're just desperate for help. I posted a community post last night. They started a new Facebook group. If anybody's interested, please go join the group. Please share her photo or her story or anything like that. She literally told me I have to build an army because the police aren't doing anything. So now it's time for us to do something. And I just want to help if I can. So I'm going to do a live on that. But, the situation out in Oregon, I think that's part of why it is, because the drugs have been, which, look, I can understand. I think I can understand why if you get caught with drugs and it's not, you're not selling them, it's a personal amount, then maybe you get treatment instead of jail time. It is a sickness. I don't think that we have a really good way of dealing with these kind of things, whether it's the drugs, even CPS, things, I don't know, things just need to change. Oh, Jordan, thank you for being a member for 17 months. Yeah, send me the article. I totally want to see it. That's horrible, man. I just cannot believe it. Look, I get harm reduction. I even get a needle exchange. I get the naloxone. I really do understand the needle exchange. I do, because people are going to do it anyway. So if you can protect it, I don't know. But come on now, foil, crack pipes, I don't know. I don't want my taxes going to help people get high. People are moving here from all over the country so they can use drugs legally. Hey, Riddler. Well, ain't no way in hell I would be moving far away from there. I don't want to be around anybody that's doing that stuff. I would be so crazy if I'm sure that's wrecking your nerves, Amber. It is too far. Okay. I wish they had the press conference with Grady Judd, but I want to talk to you guys about a few other cases on here. So we're going to go back and keep it pushing. Have any of you guys been following the Courtney Clenny case? It's very interesting. I've done videos on it before, but she was an OnlyFans model. She claims he was abusive and, she stabbed him, but there's video footage of right prior to that happening. They're in the elevator and she's just wailing on him, punching him over and over and over. Former University of Florida quarterback takes plea deal. Several child porn charges dropped. That's disgusting. Jalen Kitna. Okay, so here we go. This is the one we're going to go to next. The body of a missing Minnesota woman linked to a murder suspect has been found in a storage unit in a Minneapolis suburb. It's the second woman linked to this suspect, okay? Fanta Zayavong, 33, was last seen in July of 2021. Wow. According to police, who said she was last seen with Joseph Jorgensen. Jorgensen was charged last month with killing and dismembering his girlfriend, 34-year-old Manaja Manny Starin, in April, as Crime Online previously reported. I think we actually talked about this in a True Crime News a while back. Starin's body was found in 2 coolers and a duffel bag at a storage unit in Woodbury, a city in the Minneapolis St. Paul metropolitan area to the east of St. Paul. She was last seen April 24th when Jorgensen grabbed her and pushed her into her apartment. And that was on a security video. So let's see. We have Fanta, who was just found, and then Manny, who was just found in April. In course of investigating Starin's death, St. Paul police learned of this other girl's disappearance. And although she was not reported missing until May of 2023, wow, a tip told them she and Jorgensen had been in an abusive relationship prior to her disappearance. Sergeant Mike Ernster said Friday that investigators executed a search warrant at the storage unit in Coon Rapids, a northern suburb, on Thursday and found Zayavong's body. He said police also executed a warrant earlier Friday at a home he previously owned in Shoreview. He is a person of interest in her death. So this is the second woman who's been linked to this man who has now been found this week. That's scary. I'm glad that they found her. She wasn't reported missing for almost 2 years. Hey, Carol freaking Claus. Whew, you guys, it is hot, hot, hot. He was not abusive. She was. Who you talking about, Patricia? Hey, Summer. Oh, the OnlyFans, yes. Cray, I agree with you guys. I've been following the OnlyFans case. My brother was one of his professors in college. He said he was a great guy. Oh, my God. That's so sad. Like, he's literally trying to block her from attacking him in that video. That's all I see. Oh, did y'all hear about Britney Spears getting slapped? Like, apparently, I don't know. I don't know. But, yeah, there's a whole thing with her being slapped. Now, we're going to read this one. And then there's another warning. because yeah, horrible. 9-year-old girl lost everyone. Suicide committed by mom's abusive boyfriend. Let me tell you guys something. So last night I got in contact with somebody a family member of mine that I haven't talked to for a long time. And she had her arm broke by her boyfriend and some other things. And he's taking steroids and being real abusive and mentally and verbally and physically. And now I'm worried sick. I don't know. After, I guess, like I was telling her, like, with what I do every day, like with what we talk about every day and stuff, like I hear that and all I hear is red flag, red flag, red flag, get away. Somebody's going to get killed. Like, it scares me to death. A broken arm. One time he like beat up one of the dogs. Like, it's scary. Yeah, it is awful. So steroids are the devil. He's a time bomb then. I know. It's got me worried to death. And she's like, well, right now he's off cycling, making excuses and taking his medicine. Well, I hope so, but it's just a dangerous situation. But anyways, okay. I just want to say, if anybody is in a relationship like that, please do not let a man put his hands on you. Do not let a man mentally abuse you. Number one, being alone is really great too. Then you don't have to answer to anybody. You can do whatever you want. But there is no reason that anyone should put up with that. If you are in a relationship like that and maybe you're stuck there because you can't find resources or something like that, email me. I will help you find resources. Truly. Here, I'm going to put my email up on the banner. But don't stay. Because you and your kids are not safe, and that's just the truth. Your lives are in danger when you're going through that. It's scary. Okay, so a 9-year-old girl is reportedly the sole survivor of Monday's shooting in Missouri that killed her mother and 2 siblings. Coleman McGavin, 34, allegedly shot and killed his girlfriend, Sachelle Jackson, 30, and her 2 kids, Kirian Stevenson, 14, and Ushara Scumberg, 5, before turning the gun on himself. KTVI reported that a week before the shooting, the victim's family filed a domestic violence claim against McGavin amid concerns of escalating violence. According to KSDK, he had a lengthy criminal record, which included charges of domestic assault with a deadly weapon and violating an order of protection. On the day of the shooting, Jackson stopped McGavin from using the car as he had been drinking and had a revoked license. When Jackson refused to drive him somewhere, he allegedly opened fire on the back porch. The 9-year-old witnessed the boyfriend pull out a firearm and shot her mom in the face, St. Anne Police Chief Aaron Jimenez said, according to KSVN. Hold on just a second, you guys. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. The 9-year-old witnessed the boyfriend pull out a firearm and shot her mom in the face. He reportedly fired at the fleeing girl 7 times, striking her in the hand. He then went into the home and shot Jackson's other 2 children before turning the gun on himself. The news reported the 2 children died at the hospital, and a neighbor told KTVI that the 9-year-old girl ran to her after being shot. Someone told me to call 911, and the girl ran into my arms. She just looked at me and said, I wanted to tell you, but I didn't know how. Shanti Howard, Jackson's older sister, told the St. Louis Post that Jackson kicked McGavin out of the home, and at some point he returned a few days later. That was the last we all knew. He went out, got drunk, and came back with a gun. The surviving daughter is with her grandparents. That is so sad. And she witnessed lost her whole family. It's absolutely horrible. Dang, y'all, it is hot as hell. Leave safely, exactly. If you're going to leave an abusive relationship, make a plan. Don't let them know you're leaving until you do. That's true, Amber. The most dangerous time is when you leave. Store back money, whatever you got to do. So sad to see it. Tree Baby, Tennessee. Well, I'm glad you're okay. Gentile Killer. What are you talking about? Hey, Mallory. Malicious Intent. Ooh, I like that name. That's cute. He stalked me, but my father said if he hurt me, he was going to kill him. He left me alone after that. Oh, my God, Lydia. I'm glad that you're okay. It's scary. Well, there's another case I heard of. This, what, you know, because my family's here visiting. I told you guys. So they came from West Virginia, where I used to live. And there was a woman who had been getting DVPs and calling police, saying she was being stalked, you know, not for the last 2 years. And he finally can't, you know, finally, I say it like, you know what I mean, though. Eventually, he came and killed her like she had been screaming he was going to do. And I just don't know how police can protect you, you know. I don't know. Kokomo, I'm a 65-year-old man, but please listen to Alex. Don't ever let anyone abuse you. Please, I've seen this so many times in my years, including my family. Kokomo, thank you. I love you guys, Delana. She did. She lost her whole family. Mental abuse is awful, too. I put up with that for years. Well, Tater, that's the thing. You know, you punch somebody in the face, they might get a black eye or whatever, but it will heal. Words stick with you, right? And you don't really heal like, yeah, the same. I have 3 grandbabies. It does not change. I don't care how much they promise. Get out of it. Absolutely. Hey, Jinlu. Good to see you. No malicious. Oh, yeah. Mallory, Sarah Boone, and her no malicious. That's a really cute little name, though. I love that. It's a cute channel name. Volunteers of America has a privacy setting where their website does not show up in your search history if you're looking for help. Thank you, Crime Curious. Ooh, that's really cool. I think it's adorable. Some people think a healthy relationship is a loveless relationship because if you're not being controlled, then they must not care. Yeah, and you know, you get, especially if it's all you know or all you know for a long time. When I was 15, a jealous guy drove me and 2 other people off a 100-foot cliff trying to kill me and himself. He almost succeeded. I almost died. Amber, oh my God. That is horrible. I'm so glad you're okay, but that's scary. And it makes me think there was just in Colorado, like last week, I talked about it in a True Crime News and they gave me a copyright strike or claim. I'm sorry, not a strike, a claim. A 15-year-old girl that was killed by a jealous boyfriend. He came over to her house and shot her. It's unbelievable. There's an app called Aspire. It's a hidden news app in your phone. All you have to do is touch it, and it sends your location to 911 and your family. That is so cool. Yeah, you guys check that out if you're going through something like that. Get out. Get out now. Seriously. Eliza Fletcher. Let's keep going, though. Let me see. Early morning hit and run crash kills a 35-year-old Pennsylvania woman. And then a 5-year-old boy and a grandmother killed by a drunk driver. Oh, my God. Oh, listen to this. Now, this scared me a little bit. 54-year-old woman arrested at Taylor Swift's beachfront home. Police say she's a repeat trespasser. Not a little bit. It just makes you aware. And I don't care if you have a channel or you don't, even if you're just a chatter or a viewer or maybe on Facebook or Snapchat or whatever, just be aware that, you know, you be careful what information you give people. And there are crazy people on the internet and out in the world. That's just the truth. I can't imagine. It's scary. You hear a lot of stories like that of people getting obsessed. Okay, now this one. Developing. Bodies of 2 newborn babies found in daycare center bathroom. By the way, you guys, oh, thank you, Riddler. Speak without thinking, and your words can cut like a knife. Be wise, and your words can heal. Proverbs. Oh, thank you, Riddler. That's so sweet. I'm going to drop tonight on Crime Curious. We're doing a panel with her, me, Jen. And then I'm going to drop Bendy's channel too. Hey, Angie, good morning. Okay, on Thursday, 2 newborn babies were found unresponsive at an Illinois child care center in Streeterville. Last time we did True Crime News, there was another freaking daycare where kids were getting hurt. See, that's, that runs all through me, because when you have a little baby and you allow, or not allow, but you get someone else to watch them, when you trust another person with your baby, that takes so much. It's a huge thing. So according to Fox 32, at around 6:58 p.m., officers responded to the Bernice Levine Early Childhood Education Center at the Northwestern Memorial Hospital campus in the 400 block of East Ontario. A janitor discovered 2 newborn girls unresponsive inside a bathroom. The babies were reportedly found wrapped in plastic and placed on a cabinet in the bathroom. Emergency services transported both infants to Lurie Children's Hospital, where they were pronounced dead. ABC 7 reports that sources said a 29-year-old woman was discovered in a first-floor bathroom covered in blood. The company responsible for managing the daycare sent an email to parents stating that the emergency led to the unanticipated delivery of twin babies. Lots of people don't have a choice but to work. I know, Jamie, you're so right. And it's so hard to trust a daycare with their precious baby. Gosh, I'm trying to remember the details of the last story. It was an at-home daycare. And I don't remember exactly. I think it was in Kentucky. I'm not even going to say, actually. Let me just stop before I get stuff wrong. Hey, Crime Sleuth, and hey, Amanda Meatfoot. Good to see you guys. Okay. We are heartbroken by the tragic situation that occurred at the Bernice E. Levine Childhood Education Center when a staff member experienced a medical emergency that resulted in the unanticipated delivery of newborn twin babies. All children and families enrolled at the center are safe, and none were involved in the incident, the statement read. We will be providing emotional and mental health support to all members of our team and families. The story is developing. But why were they wrapped in plastic? You know what I mean? If this was just, what did I do? If this was just like a delivery, then don't you call 911? What the hell? Oh my God, 5-year-old. And every time we do a True Crime News, there is a child who accidentally shoots their self or their parent or someone else. And here we go again. 5-year-old finds a loaded gun and fatally shoots 4-year-old sister. I mean, oh my God. It's unbelievable how much this stuff happens and we don't talk about it or know about it. A 4-year-old Indiana girl was shot and killed by a 5-year-old sibling on Wednesday. Cumberland Police Chief Suzanne Crook told WTHR that Dior Nieta was playing with her other siblings in the apartment. Investigators have not determined how the child got a hold of the gun or if any charges will be filed. She was upstairs with her siblings playing. We still don't have a clear idea of what exactly was going on. We just know they were at home with their great-great-grandma, who was their caretaker while mom was at work. Their great-great-grandma? Wow. It's gut-wrenching, she said. It doesn't make any sense. It's tragic. It's tragic for the family, for us, and for the officers that had to come in to witness this. It could have all been prevented. There were 4 children, including the victim, in the room at the time of the shooting. Seeing how our suspect, I hate to say that about a baby like that, what do you do? Ultimately, your children are your responsibility. It has to go back to the adults. Respect these firearms. They're not toys. Quit carrying them around without a safety or some kind of way of storing them. Seriously, people need to get it together. I cannot imagine what those parents must be going through. Can you, like, because we all make mistakes as parents, and wow, I'm still sick to my stomach. Casey Anthony juror still gets hate mail daily 12 years after the acquittal. Trusting 18-year-old teen found dead on a rural road after meeting an online date in person. Ooh, remember the little girl who we talked about that was mummified in the closet? There's a picture of her, but neighbors said they'd never seen her. It's horrible, you guys. July 4th tragedy. 7-year-old boy shot dead in argument over jet skis. Oh, God, here we go. I got to go to this one because I can just, by the freaking title, I can see, number one, I'm going to be pissed. Number two, we have talked about this time and time again. CPS and the state putting kids back with parents that don't need them. And it's just so freaking exhausting to see and hear. It is depressing. It needs to stop. Gun education is a must. Started off early with kids, teaching them about guns and safety like my parents did. Absolutely. I know, Jordan, that's horrible. Hey, Angela. Over jet skis, yeah. Look at this baby. Toddler found fatally beaten in a stroller months after judge awards custody to mom. You know how many people would take that baby and just be so damn thankful and grateful and would just, give them the whole world? An Ohio woman who allegedly killed her 3-year-old son last month had her bond set to $1 million on Monday. According to WOIO, and the Cuyahoga County coroner determined Curtis Wither died on June 17th from blunt force trauma. He died 3 days after he was reportedly found unresponsive in a stroller outside of a Family Dollar, resulting in the arrest of his mother, Tamika Eggleton. Wither's foster parents previously told WJW that they had the boy since he was 7 days old. However, a judge permanently placed him back with his mother in March. Wow. So he was in a foster home for almost 3 years, from 7 days old. He's, up until March to now, he's 3. So the foster parents said they wanted to adopt Wither and expressed concerns regarding his safety to the judge. He went back with Eggleton in July of 2022. The family services was conducting visits between July and March, when Eggleton was awarded permanent custody. At the March hearing, an attorney representing Curtis asked to delay making a decision regarding protective supervision because she refused to allow DCFS in her home. The mother was verbally abusive towards me beyond what is typical, speaking in a very insulting and demeaning manner, as well as swearing and being dishonest. She also stated I was not to speak to her or anyone else she did not want to discuss. It was not clear if she meant permanently or just on that call, the attorney alleged. Oh, yeah, so give her back the baby. She won't let CPS in the home, and she cusses out the attorney or the guardian ad litem. So then why give her custody? What the hell? Oh, my God, y'all. This stuff just goes all through me. The judge denied this motion, finding Eggleton completed parenting classes and mental health treatment. In her decision handed down 3 months before Curtis's murder, she wrote, "The continued supervision is not necessary and not in the child's best interest." My God, y'all. Wow. See, I feel like that judge, it's the judge's fault. She should be reprimanded. This little baby lost their life. The mom wouldn't even allow CPS in the house, DCFS in the house. And then also she's cussing out the guardian ad litem and stuff. And because she's completed parenting classes and done mental health treatment. Anybody can complete parenting classes. That don't mean you should be a parent. Oh God, I'm going to have to look more into that one. That one really makes me mad. That one needs to be talked about. The court does need to be held accountable, Amber. I'm in Ohio and our courts are a joke. Hey, Stephanie. Oh, I'm so mad. How many of these kids need to die before we do something differently, Tess? I know. It will make you sick. It really does. Like, I can't tell you how many times we've had this conversation on this channel. Tree Baby Tennessee. I'm smoking a cigarette too. That just ran all through me. Summer, I would do anything to have a baby. Why do these monsters get to have them only to hurt them? I don't know. I'm so sorry too. And I'm blessed with 2 beautiful kids, but I can't have any more. And I would love to. And I would give them the whole world. I don't know. Oh, we know butterfly kisses. We know, baby, because let me tell you, it is the whole system, and it is completely flawed in many ways. Cutie pie. Hey, Karma Libra. Why was he taken at 7 days old? I don't know, Cray Cray. I'm going to look more into this one because it needs to be discussed. And I really do. I really enjoy like us talking about the cases that don't get talked about that much, you know. I think it's important. There was another one I wanted to click on. Oh shoot, hold on. It's this. 3 Georgia teens charged with murder after egging man's house in lover's quarrel. Have y'all heard of this? I hadn't seen this yet. 3 Georgia teens charged with murder. Okay. One of them repeatedly shot a man while they were egging his house. Authorities allege that Sidney Mogan, Jeremy Munson, they're both 18, and 19-year-old Mackenzie Davenport went to vandalize a man's home in Griffin, about 35 miles south of Atlanta. The teens were targeting Jonathan Gilbert, who was also known as Tyler Lane, amid a lover's quarrel. It appears there was an ongoing lover's quarrel, and the suspects decided to go to his residence on Dobbins Mill and vandalize it by egging it. When Gilbert saw what they were doing to his residence, he came out of the house unarmed to confront them. Hold on, let me check on you guys. Oh, wow, Amber. Ooh, Cutie Pie, I love listening to this scanner. There's some cool scanner apps, too, now you can get on your phone. Now waiting for grandkids. Me too, Selma, but I better have like a good 10 years or so. There's a 10-year-old boy that's missing in my area. He went missing out of a foster home, and it wasn't even on the news for a month. Oh, my God. It is Anonymous Anon. It is nuts, but there's a lot of coverage on that. You know, I'll talk about it some, but I also really love to talk about the ones that aren't, which is not the popular thing to do. It's not necessarily the smartest move for my channel, but I think that we can do both. We can talk about the big cases and the unknown cases. They deserve the attention. Even if it's just a little bit, even if it's just a few people, you know, I think they deserve it. I'm visiting my first grandbaby now. Oh my God, Candy Cane. You are so blessed. Oh, I love baby snuggles. Is anything going to happen to the judge that changed Natalia's age to an adult when she was an actual child? I don't know. Lisa. Oh, thank you, Tess. I appreciate you guys. I know, B Crumbs. I appreciate you guys. I really do. All you guys, thank you for being here. It is Cutie Pie. It's bothersome too, right? Because it's like, why does one case matter more than others? Like, let's just say, for instance, Gabby Petito. Gabby Petito case was everywhere on every news station. My parents are not into true crime, but they knew the whole story. Oh, welcome, West Virginia, Mama. Thank you. they knew about it. They knew all the details. Every detail was on mainstream media. There are some cases that get a lot of attention, and there are some cases that get none. And it's really sad because, like, can you imagine the family? Well, I've talked to some of them, right? Like, because I've had people reach out to me and request TikTok videos, which I've always done them when they do. Or right now, like McKenna Riley's cousin, they are desperate. They wish their story was getting attention. They'd probably do anything to get it to get a little bit more attention. You know what I mean? And it's sad. Carol freaking Claus, you're not wrong. Adult cases need more attention. That's something that Carol Claus has talked to me about a few times. Like, a lot of kids get a lot of coverage, but oftentimes some of the adults get forgotten about. Me too, Elizabeth. Thank you, juror. I appreciate that. Your family in Ireland and the UK heard of Gabby's case as well. And look here, she's a beautiful girl. What happened to her was horrible. She deserved that. I'm glad that she got the attention. But it is disheartening that the African American women or the Native American women or the kids, why do some get more than others? And I don't know. I don't know. Thank you, Maria. It's all life. Yes. Just like what's happening here in Portland with the women. A lot of locals still don't know about it, and women are still going missing right now. I'm about to do an update on it. Oh, what'd you do, Carol freaking Claus? Thank you. Oh, 5 memberships. Thank you, Carol freaking Claus. I appreciate that so much. Riddler. Angela, no, but I did see 10 to Life had a post about it that made me curious of the movie. Have you guys seen it? I'm going to check it out. A lot of Native missing children. I know, Amber. I did a video on like the missing and murdered Indigenous women a long time ago, and it's really sad how many there are. They should be brought to the book, Patricia. Oh, you got one, jury. Yay. And thank you, guys. I'm Native Americans, and it's very true that they do not get the coverage they deserve. Hey, Tony. Be gifting like Santa Claus. Oh, you went yesterday, Tess? Ooh, I got to see it. Oh, Corey. Thank you. You guys are so sweet to me. Thank you, guys. I know, Deb. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. The Indigenous people are often forgotten. It's sad. Okay, so anyways, let's go back to this vandalizing, egging, lovers quarrel. 3 Georgia teens charged with murder. That's 3 Georgia teens whose life is ruined and another person whose life is over. The teens were reportedly targeting Jonathan Gilbert. And remember, they go to the house, start egging. Gilbert sees what they're doing, comes outside unarmed to confront them. Mogan allegedly pulled a gun and shot Gilbert multiple times while fleeing in a vehicle with the other teens. Spalding County Sheriff's deputies responding to the shooting found Gilbert dead in the middle of the road. Investigators later tracked one of the suspects' phone to an address in Henry County where a vehicle and a gun were located. All 3 teens are now facing charges, because this is what it is, you guys. If you go and rob a bank with somebody with 5 people and one of those 5 kills someone in the process, everybody gets a murder charge. That's felony murder. That's a murder that happens in the middle of a commission of a felony, right? So, yeah, maybe they didn't even know he had a gun, but doesn't matter. They're still charged with murder. They're charged with malice, murder, battery, and criminal trespass. Mogan and Munson also have been charged with aggravated assault and possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. Because they all plotted and planned together and traveled to the location with the intent to commit a crime that led up to the murder together, they are all just as culpable as if they had each pulled the trigger themselves, the sheriff's office said. They went to egg a house. The victim confronted them while they were doing it. He lost his life, and they drove off and left his body in the middle of the road. Together they brought that ticket. Now, together they can ride that ride. Wow, that was from the statement from law enforcement, from the sheriff's office. Together they bought that ticket. Now, together they gonna ride that ride. Good. That's what happens. Each one of the teens is being held at the Spalding County Jail. My God. I'm going to actually click on this, and we're going to go to, there we go, to this page here, and let's watch this real quick. Maybe, if I can figure out how to do it. Which I cannot. Oh, a bug just flew in my eye.
It happened on
It's just a short video.
Road in Spalding County. Happening now and next. New tonight, deputies say 3 teenagers went to egg a man's house and then killed him.
Wow.
It happened on Dobbins Mill Road in Spalding County. Deputies say the homeowner confronted the 3 and one of them shot him. They left his body in the road and ran, but police caught him. All 3 are facing murder charges.
Can you imagine? Like, look at these girls. I can't tell y'all how many times I went out egging houses with my friends and stuff like that. And yeah, man, that's sad because there's a lot of lives ruined there. A lot of families probably heartbroken. They are tests. They're old enough to know better. Ooh, that's a good point, Jay. Hey, Punksy. Sure, people are freaking nuts, and my doctor says I'm the one with an issue because my anxiety won't let me leave the house. Well, Jur, you are just like me because I don't like leaving the house. Now, I don't mind going to the grocery store or something like that, but otherwise, I like to be at home, and I really enjoy my alone time. I've had, enough days of my life out partying and hanging out with people, and yeah, there's a shooting every day where I live. I egged houses years ago, never took a gun. I know. You're the exact same way, B Crumbs. Well, good. That's why we're all friends and hang out here together. We're all homebodies. Same, Toby said. Same. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Well, good. All right, let me see. I want to see if there's any more we should go over before we go. What are you guys going to do today? Tonight, I'm going to be on Crime Curious. I think I always enjoy doing the panels with her and Jen, and the last one with Teresa. That was fun with the Gannon stuff. And also, man, is the community going crazy over that stuff with that. It's funny though, because you see some creators catching a lot of heat, but I've seen other people doing worse with those photos, and I haven't seen anything said. So I don't understand that, but I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and let's continue and see what else we can find on here before we go. Let's see. Oh, did y'all see this guy that has escaped the jail in Pennsylvania? Usually, what is going on with this? Here, we'll end with this one. Let's talk about this, and then yeah, we'll let you guys go for a bit. So a trusting 18-year-old met someone online and then ended up, is no longer with us. Homebodies unite. Hey, party cake. I watch y'all every time you go live together. Oh, thank you, Tiny Dancer. Okay, Punksy. I hope you stay safe. Hey, Mind of Monsters. Not paying $5 for a dozen of eggs to waste. Yeah, these days, Lord. Jay, I might do a little live later just to have general chat about all that's going on. Can one of the mods drop Jay's link? Yeah, Teresa, same. One word, gummies. Same. Me too, Melinda. I drink my White Claws at the house. I love being alone too. It's like at first when you're not used to it, I don't know, it's tough. When I first got into like recovery, I didn't really have any friends anymore that I could hang out with, and Bentley was a newborn, and yeah, I was just at home alone all the time. It was weird at first, and now I'm like, when I'm not alone, I'm like, no, I need to be alone. Worldwide record breaking heat. B-Crumbs, the CBN, I've found I really like that for sleep too. Okay, so trusting 18-year-old found dead along Rural Road after meeting online date in person. New details have emerged in connection with an 18-year-old North Carolina teen found dead. I need to show this to my son, actually, because I get scared with those games and stuff, the chat rooms. But 18-year-old North Carolina teen found dead along the side of a Union County road. So a body believed to be Kirsten Williamson, 18, was found Tuesday afternoon, according to Union County Sheriff Eddie Cathy. Deputies arrested 25-year-old Joshua Newton, charging him with first-degree murder and obstruction. So Newton's live-in girlfriend, 22-year-old Victoria, was also charged with obstruction and accessory after the fact. Investigators believe that Kirsten Williamson had been talking with someone online and planned to meet in person for the first time Friday night. Newton then picked up Williamson near a restaurant in Lawrence and drove her back to his home in Monroe, around 2 hours away. As Williamson's family and friends had not heard from the teen, they told deputies that she might be with Newton. Police subsequently found her body a few miles from Newton's home. We believe that the dating relationship led to some comfort between Newton and Miss Williamson, which ultimately led to her getting in the car with Josh that night, Lieutenant James May said. Family members knew she was leaving with Mr. Newton. There was just a perception that this was a dating relationship type thing. They were going on a date, and ultimately it ended up in her death, sadly. Wow. These are the two arrested, Joshua Newton and Victoria Smith. Oh my God. I wonder if police blacked his eye arresting him. Wow. Okay. The teen's uncle, Chad Bible, told the outlet Williamson was a trusting teen who didn't understand the dangers of the world. Oh my God. She was a very, very trusting. She didn't see the evil in the world. That didn't register with her. That wasn't a thing with her. If people were her friends online, that was her friend. That was the way she was. She would have definitely seen them as somebody she could trust by being nice to her. Family members are now trying to understand why he targeted her. She was also referred to Paige, Jacob, or McKenna. She was my firstborn. She's the one who made me a mama. Her mama, Brittany, told CBS 7, it's not right. It's not right at all. She should be here. She should be at work. She should be living her best life, and she's not. Police offered their condolences to the family. We're going to watch the mom's thing real quick. The sheriff's office said, my thoughts and prayers go out to the family of the victim in the case as they begin to mourn this unimaginable loss. Over the past several days, the men and women of the Union County Sheriff's Office have fully dedicated themselves to this case and ensuring the people responsible are brought to justice. So they're on a $3 million bond, or Newton is on a $3 million, or no, Newton has no bond. I'm sorry. Smith is $3 million, but she's also still in custody. Here, let's click on this. This is horrible. I wonder if there's a video with this, because it's quite a long article. I don't see it, but let me check on you guys and then we'll check out the details. Oh, thank you, Punksy. Hey, Jaded. It is a mom's worst nightmare. Hey, Maria. It's so scary. It worries me to death. So let's see. Let me exit that. So July 2nd is when she was reported missing. She was last seen by her family June 30th. She willingly got into the car of someone she was dating from online. Oh, we do have her mom here. Look, we're going to listen. I want to hear her mom. Hold on.
Here, she should be at work.
News update. Oh, God, this is horrible. Okay. Let me get this off the screen. I'm sorry, you guys. Oh, Mind of Monsters. I hope he's okay. I hope everything's okay. I think I've kind of missed some of the comments, but okay.
An upstate woman is dead and 2 people in North Carolina are charged.
7 News' Alessandra Young has the details of what started as a missing person investigation.
An 18-year-old was reported missing out of Lawrence County after she was last seen on the evening of June 30th. Investigators say she willingly got into the car of someone she was dating online, and that was the last time her family saw her.
Oh, look. Oh, man.
Live.
She was my firstborn. She's the one that made me a mama.
Kirsten Williamson was recently reported missing to the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office.
She should be here. She should be at work. She should be living her best life, and she's not.
Authorities began looking into her private life and found she had met a man online.
We believe that the dating relationship led to some comfort between Newton and Miss Williamson.
So they're basically, what we just read is quoting this interview like directly, but man, that is horrible. Why hasn't this case gotten more attention? Oh man, Tiny Dancer, I'm so sorry. Yeah, but I just, oh, hey Mrs. M, hey Mama Bear. This is maybe not far from me. I don't know exactly where the Union County is. I'm going to look that up. But one of the news anchors is in Greenville, which is like an hour or so from me. Okay.
Which ultimately led to her getting in the car with Josh that night.
Ms. May says that she was sharing her location with her family.
Family members knew she was leaving with Mr. Newton.
Thank God. Thank God she was sharing her location with family.
There was just a
Look
perception
at her.
that this was a dating relationship type thing. They were going on a date.
The investigation crossed state lines.
Charlotte,
Investigators
okay.
believe she was in Monroe, North Carolina.
We were not able to locate her until late yesterday afternoon when we found her deceased just over the South Carolina line, about 7 miles away from the residence we believe she was.
In North Carolina, the Union County Sheriff's Office have arrested.
Wow, I'm surprised that they haven't brought federal charges with her being across state lines like that.
Josh Newton, the man Williamson met online. He is facing charges of first-degree murder and obstruction of justice.
And he had a girlfriend?
And Newton's live-in girlfriend, Victoria Smith, who is charged with obstruction of justice and accessory after the fact.
As far as what we can tell right now, her involvement began when the victim was transported from the suspect's residence to where we eventually found her.
Williamson's mother, Brittany
Wow,
Shealy, wants
you guys.
justice.
Horrific.
for her child.
Oh my
I
God.
want him to sit in jail for the rest of his life while I send him flyers each and every day to make him remember
Okay,
why
Tiny
he's in
Dancer.
there and what he done to my baby.
Newton is being held without bond, and Smith's bond has been set.
I'm
at
in the Outer Banks, so I'm over on the shore. So it's quite a ways for me. I was wondering because I could drive out there, but I think it's probably about 3 or 4 hours for me. The internet is a candy store to those with bad intentions. Trust nobody. Ain't that the truth, Carol Clark? Hey, Connie, by the way, I saw your coming in tardy comment. That was cute. Oh, Carol. Thank you. Thank you so much, Carol freaking Claus. And Mind of Monsters, I'm so sorry. We love you too. Let me go back and see if I can get your comments because I don't really know exactly what's going on. Okay. It's weird how the internet picks its stories, but the truth is there are just so many. That's why I appreciate you, Alex. All thank you, jurors. And that's so true. There are so many. Oh, an abscess tooth. I know that hurts, Mrs. M. I'm so sorry. Actually, my son's dad had such a bad toothache, he had to leave work the other day because, yeah, toothache will really get you. I'm in Johnson County myself. Oh, okay. Let me look where that's at. Johnston, or yeah, Johnston. Hey, Law Nerd Amber, good to see you, babe. I'm so happy to see you guys. I've been missing you. So, you know, I had my niece. She is, okay, actually, I go right through there coming from West Virginia to here because I go down through Raleigh, Durham. But anyway, so that's okay. Butterfly Kisses, message me whenever. I'm about to jump off of here. I was just going to tell you guys, you know that I've had my niece for the last 2 months, and she went home the night before last. So I'm going to have a lot more free time. I'm going to be on the channel a lot more. I really want to start putting more into my channel. I want to, like I've always wanted to do, you know, maybe a couple different stories a day, or a live and a pre-recorded video or something. I don't know. I just want to put more into my channel. I really do. So y'all will probably start seeing me hopefully a little bit more. But I've missed you guys here lately. I feel like I barely have the opportunity to get on. I barely had the opportunity the last 2 days to even talk to anybody, really. Just been so chaotic here. And when you have family, like 20 people all around, you can't just be sunk in your phone, you know? So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I so appreciate you being here. I appreciate everything. Ooh, I did get a couple new t-shirts I'm about to dye. I'm really excited for that, so keep your eyes open. I have 4 that are being reverse dyed. They've already been bleached, and then 2 Def Leppard shirts that are really cute. They're like pink and yellow, so I'm going to do like a big tie-dye on them. But anyways, other than that, I don't know. I'll see you soon. I appreciate you guys being here. I'll definitely see you tonight if you come over to Crime Curious for that. And otherwise, I'll see you probably tomorrow. I hope you guys have a really good day. I love you all, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Thank you for being here. Bye. Bye, Blue Petunia. How negative my bank account will be in the morning. Oh, Nay, I love you. I miss you. By the way, my cousin who was here last night, I was showing her the music melts, and I have to send her the link with the code, but she's like, I spend a lot of money on wax melts, so I'm going to place a big order. So if you get an order coming through to West Virginia, it's probably her. But anyways, oh, Carol Clark, stay hydrated in the heat. Listen to this. I love you guys too, Lydia, Nadie. I love all you guys. Appreciate you. But my cousin that's here, she, you know, in West Virginia, it's not hot like this. Down here, excuse me, it is so hot. You know, it feels like is like 105, or just super hot. Anyways, the water is also really hot now. I mean, it used to be, it would be like refreshing and cool you off. Now it's just like a big hot tub or bath water. So she's not used to the heat. She doesn't drink a lot of water, and she's been drinking some Ciroc vodka. Well, the night before last, she had a muscle cramp that for like 12 hours would not, you know, when you get a Charlie horse and your calf like tightens up, her calf is still kind of balled up, but for like 12 hours, it was horrific. I mean, we almost took her to the hospital. It was crazy. So it's definitely important to be hydrated, because that is dangerous and scary. What's your good news, Chopper? 62. Holy cow, Alibi. Love you too, Maria. I will, Nay. Let me hear Chopper's news. I found out if everything goes correctly, Taylor Shabizna should have cameras. Yay! Hey, that's coming up pretty soon. 102 today. Wow. All right. You guys have a good day. Yeah, drink lots of water, because that's scary and dangerous. And then, yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for being here. Love and appreciate you. And bye.